What's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video, it's going to be different than giving you guys free picks to bet on, but more than anything, some advice if you guys want it to fill out your March Madness bracket. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks of the teams that I like, that I don't like, what could happen, all the good stuff, okay, to help you guys with your bracket knowledge. But if you guys can do me a favor, I'm doing a huge competition right now. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For every subscriber that subscribes to the channel between now and March Madness National Championship game, we're going to add to the total of amount of subscribers that we have right now. So there's 444 subscribers right now to the channel, which I love every single one of you guys, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the channel and following along. But for every other subscriber we get now until the national championship game, I'm betting 10 cents for every subscriber on the national championship game for my favorite leg of the day. Okay. I'm gonna put my favorite nuke play down and I'm gonna bet however much money that adds up to being however many subscribers we have on that national championship game. So anyways, guys, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Let's make this a lot of fun when the national championship comes around, all for the good and love of March Madness. Okay. So here's the bracket that we have. We have the South region, we have the East region, we have the Midwest region, and we have the West region. Okay. I'm going to go over every single one of these teams really quick. Nothing going to be super long, but I want to give you guys a small background of what I think, what I like, and you guys can take it exactly how you want it or leave it. Okay. Let's start with the South. Okay. Auburn, number one overall seed, playing Alabama State. They won in a last second shot tonight. That was a crazy wild game. Alabama should have no problem winning this game, so take them. Louisville, Creighton. This is a tough matchup between the two. Okay. A lot of the odds are favoring Louisville right now. However, I think matchups are pretty good. I don't know how Louisville is going to be able to stop Ryan Kalkbrenner down low. Kalkbrenner is really tough. He's in his fifth year in the program. I like him a ton. I like him a ton to do his thing. Stephen Ashworth, really experienced guard. Him and Chucky Hepburn are going to go at it as well. And Creighton being located in Omaha, Chucky is from Omaha, so he's grown up watching Creighton all of his life. Going to be a full circle moment for him. But that's a really good battle between those two guards, the two shorter guards that can shoot, that can score, pass. It's gonna be a fun game. That one's up in the air. I personally think, based on edge and maybe a little bit of size, I'm going to take Creighton. However, that game's up in the air. Louisville can very well win as well on a slight edge. If you're a really good sports bettor, maybe taking Creighton on, covering the spread of like anywhere between 5 and 10 points should save you a little bit just in case there's free throws at the end. Michigan, UC San Diego. This one's gonna be a tough game. Michigan slows down the pace. UC San Diego wants to, speed it up a little bit more, and they're also pretty good defensively. This one's a really good one. I'm gonna take Michigan to win this one. I think they're on a huge roll right now since winning the Big Ten championship, and I think they're starting to click a little bit more on that inside out game with Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. Um, so I'm probably gonna edge Michigan on that one. Texas, A&M, and Yale. This one's gonna be a crazy one. Yale, they can score, man. This is an impressive team. They're also really good at the defensive boards. A&M is known for offensive rebounding. These guys are psychos. They're always head nose of the ball. I mean, it's crazy. So this is gonna be a really good game. I think A&M should win, but I kind of like Yale. So on my bracket, I haven't figured it out yet, but Yale, it wouldn't be a bad pick for a sleeper team. North Carolina, Ole Miss. I think North Carolina personally is one of those teams that is an 11 seed that plays in a play-in game, and they make this crazy historic Cinderella run in the March Madness tournament, like we've seen in the past 4 years. Last year's NC State, back in 2021, it was UCLA. They played in a play-in game, and they went to the Final Four against Gonzaga and barely lost. So. North Carolina, that might be the team this year. They've heard a lot of chatter. They've heard a lot of noise that they don't deserve to be in the tournament. And I'll tell you right now, they came out firing tonight versus San Diego State, and they put the whooping on them. Had a bad start, but they started to figure out their groove, got some shots down, and RJ Davis had a 26-point night. It was really impressive. Um, I like them, to be honest with you, to upset Ole Miss. But if Ole Miss puts it down on them, fine. It's an SEC team, but North Carolina's on a roll. I like them. Iowa State should have no problem with Lipscomb. Take that one. Marquette, New Mexico. That should be a pretty good game. I don't think New Mexico has enough firepower with Donovan Dent and True Washington or any of those guys. Marquette's just too good. I got Marquette winning that one. Michigan State, not overthinking that one. They're going to win. So those are my first round brackets over here. Okay. So we're going to go boom, boom, oops, boom, boom. Let's do that. Okay. So this is what I have so far on that side. So on the East region, though, okay, Duke. I'm not gonna overthink that one. They're gonna win. Baylor, Mississippi State's gonna be a really good game. Baylor hasn't played very well recently in the Big 12. They've lost some really close games, but something just tells me that Coach Drew, he's gonna have them ready. VJ Edgecombe is the real deal as a freshman. He's gonna be a lottery pick in the NBA. I'm gonna go Baylor on this one. Oregon Liberty, not thinking this one too hard either. I like Oregon a ton. They have some of the most, if I think the most quad one wins in the country right now. So Oregon, I like a ton on the money line. Take them to win. Arizona and Akron, I'm not overthinking this one either, even though Akron's a really good team. Arizona might be a Final Four team this year. So I'm going to take them. This one's going to be an interesting one, though. BYU VCU. VCU's been playing really well. They're good defensively. And BYU loves to score. They love the running gun. I would not be shocked if VCU comes out and wins this one again and knocks BYU out of the first round. Last year, BYU was playing Duquesne in the first round and they lost that one. And it was kind of a fluke for them, but they lost, is what it is. But, I'm going to say is that this is the year they finally get it done. They win the first round, they make it to the second round, taking them right there, playing Wisconsin. I like that. That should be a fun matchup for them. With their experience in the Big 12 this year and good coaching and better rebounding, honestly. That's why I like BYU a little bit more, and their ability to score. So we're going to take them. Wisconsin taking care of business. I like Vandy over St. Mary's. It isn't because I hate St. Mary's so much because they're a rival team to Gonzaga, but Vandy coming from the SEC, they've upset some other SEC teams this year in conference play. They're honestly a really good team. And so if they can run the floor a little bit and do what they do to score, I don't know how St. Mary's can really hold on defense that long and get the win. So if they do win, I'd be shocked, but I like Vandy to win this game. Alabama to beat Rob Morris, no problem. That's what I'm taking here. Let's go right into the South and the East as well for the second round games. Okay. And then going into the Sweet 16 and so forth. So Auburn, Creighton, if they were to match up, I think Auburn is just too long, too lanky. Got good shooting. Creighton's really good though, guys, but I don't think their wing play is as big or strong as Auburn. I'm gonna take Janai Broom in the squad moving forward. Creighton gets bounced in the second round. Yale and Michigan. Danny Wolf playing against his former team. He played at Yale. This is his fifth year senior, following Dusty May to the new program in Michigan. So this one's gonna be a crazy one if they end up matching up in the second round. I'm gonna say I would like to say Michigan takes care of business. They can shoot the three. They can slow the pace down. If they play their pace of basketball, I like them. North Carolina. This is the crazy part, guys. I think North Carolina has one of the best routes to make it to the Sweet 16 for their team. I really think they can handle Ole Miss, especially with the way they're scoring, the way they are. And without Keyshawn Gilbert, I think those North Carolina guards are going to have some firepower to them. I got North Carolina winning against Iowa State. Wouldn't be shocked. Marquette, Michigan State. This is a really tough matchup, guys. I really don't know who could win that game. That one's a toss-up. However, I am impressed with Sparties this year. Okay, Tom Izzo's doing a great job as always. Jace Richardson, Jaden Akins, um, Jackson Kohler. These guys are studs. They're playing really good hard-nosed basketball. They're playing good defense, and they're starting to shoot the ball a little bit better. I'm gonna go with Izzo's team. They're gonna edge out Marquette. I feel bad for Marquette because they should be at least a Sweet 16 type of team, and they are. They just got to get past the Spartans. See how that goes. That'll be a fun second round matchup for sure. Duke and Baylor, if we have a healthy Cooper Flag and Malik Brown, hopefully comes back. I got Duke in this one, but Baylor is going to be tough and they're not going to be easy to beat in the second round. Oregon and Arizona, I want to take Oregon because of their quad one experience. They also have a lot of close games this year that they've been coming back on and edging out. But Arizona really is a great team, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Arizona might be my team this year to go past and into the Sweet 16, play Duke. BYU, Wisconsin. This is where Wisconsin's size and athleticism in the paint might outmatch BYU, but BYU might catch some fire. It just might do it. John Tonje, I think he's really good, but I think he's too streaky. He had a hot streak recently. After Montana, that might be his last little bit. BYU, I really think is going to play like a true underdog and just with some crazy firepower. I feel like BYU has the year to go to the Sweet 16 this year. It's the first time probably since Jimmer Fredette back in 2010. Vanderbilt, Alabama. I'm not going to overthink this one. Alabama can absolutely score the ball. Bama moves on. Now, this Bama BYU game would be a shootout in the Sweet 16. But with Bama's size a little bit and their veteran experience in the playoffs from last year, I got them moving on. Duke, it really just depends if they're healthy or not. This could be the year, though, that they get bounced in the Sweet 16. Arizona moves on. Now, Auburn, Michigan. This one's a tough one. I really do like Auburn, but Michigan really can probably match up with them, especially on the rebounding side with Janai Broom. And I feel like they could probably score a little bit. So honestly, Auburn probably is out. I got Michigan. I'm sorry, not Michigan. Auburn's gonna win this one. I was talking about Michigan State and North Carolina. My bad. That's my bad. I was thinking of Michigan State being right here. Michigan State and Carolina. Carolina, guys, I wouldn't put it past them to win, but this just might be where they end and make it just a little Sweet 16 run, which ends up being a pretty good, solid finish for the squad. I got Michigan State playing Auburn. And then, guys, Auburn and Michigan State. This would be a very, very tough game. I'd like to say is going to move on, but I don't know if they can handle that Auburn front line as well as the wings. So Auburn might just take this one. But I wouldn't put it past Michigan State to D up and really make this a tough game for them. Alabama and Arizona, though, I do like Alabama to make it into the Final Four again. This is a really, really good team. And Nate Oates and Mark Sears, Grant Nelson, they're going to want to make another run. So I'm going to take Bama and Auburn as my first teams to make it to the Final Four. Let's go to the West and Midwest region now. Okay. Florida, I'm not going to overthink that one. Probably the best team in the entire bracket, guys. It's not even close. UConn, I'm really interested to see how they're going to do in this tournament. Danny Hurley looking to make his third consecutive national championship game and win. Dude's got a lot of pressure on him, but I think his team's up for the challenge. Colorado State, Memphis. To be honest, guys, I feel like Colorado State just might make this an upset. It's funny because I think Colorado State's favored to win this game, because of no Tyrese Hunter for Memphis so far that we know. I think Nee Clifford's gonna be the best player on the floor. It's all about can Colorado State handle Dane Danger for Memphis. So I'm gonna take Colorado State probably in this one. I like them to edge it out. Maryland, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon's good, guys, but Maryland can absolutely score the ball. This is an electric team, and freshman Derek Queen's playing with amazing capabilities. So I like Maryland on this one. Moving on, Missouri and Drake. Drake likes to play a little slower pace. They're a good defensive team. Missouri's a scoring team. I like Missouri a little bit more, especially SEC experience. We're gonna take them. Texas Tech. I'm not overthinking that one. They got a breeze in the first round. Kansas, Arkansas, guys. This one's a crazy one. I like to say I want to pick Kansas. I don't know though, because Arkansas is playing really well. But here's what I'll say. John Calipari likes to lose in the first round for some random reasons that we don't know. But Bill Self has not lost a first round game since like 2006. So, based on that type of experience and the senior leadership in Kansas, they have to make a run and they have a lot of chip on their shoulder right now. I'm going to take Kansas on this game. Calipari gets bounced again, first round. St. John's, Omaha. I'm not thinking about it. St. John's is going to get the dub. We're going to work our way down, going up. And Tennessee, not thinking, overthinking that one, too great of a team. UCLA's defense is way better than Utah State. Utah State can score, but I think UCLA locks them up, gets that Big Ten experience, overpowering the Mountain West. I like UCLA. Kentucky, Otega Owe, gonna take it, get it done. Now, guys, Texas or Xavier, both are really good teams playing each other for Wednesday's game. And honestly, guys, whoever wins between that game, I honestly think they beat Illinois. Um, we'll see, but I really think Illinois doesn't make it past this first round because Texas and Xavier is gonna be a really tough matchup for them. I kind of feel bad for them, honestly, for being a 6 seed and have to deal with one of those guys. So I'm gonna pick one of them to move on. A little upset. Purdue and High Point. I want to pick High Point. I feel like they can match up okay, but Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman, Wren, Fletcher, Lawyer, really, really good, solid senior group. Um, I like them and their trio. Gonna take them. They got to win. They got to make a statement that last year wasn't a fluke and that Zach Edey was everything. They got to win and make something happen. They got to go at least Sweet 16 this year. Clemson, McNeese. I definitely have Clemson. Really good, solid defensive team with some size. Gonzaga, Georgia. Zags are my hometown team. Love them to death. However, do I think they'll get past this Georgia team? I do. I don't think this Georgia team is as good as them at all. And Gonzaga should win by a decent amount of points, in my opinion. Now, this is a team that's still really good, so they're not going to be a walk in the park. But I think Gonzaga handles business. Um, Houston and SIU, that's going to be no problem. I'm going to take them right there. Now I'm going to work my way backwards, starting with Houston and Gonzaga. So we're in the second round now. Gosh, I want to pick Gonzaga. I want to feel like they can match up okay. I feel like they can play some physical basketball now since they've had all that experience with St. Mary's. Um, Ryan Nemhard, LJ Cryer duking it out on each other in the guard position. And Milo Zuzan and Nolan Hickman both guarding each other. Milo Zuzan has that lanky, um, physical statue about him, just like Nolan Hickman does. So I feel like they can match up okay. Graham Ike, and they're big guys. So I'd like to say Gonzaga, but based on the area of where it's at, the Midwest, Houston's going to have a lot of home court advantage, or home region advantage, I should say. So I'm probably going to go Houston on this one. Gonzaga probably doesn't make it to the to the Sweet 16 for the ninth or 10th year in a row now. Actually, this year would be number 10. They've done it 9 years in a row. So is this the year they don't make it? I sure hope not. I sure hope I'm wrong. But it's going to be really, really hard for their venue. Clemson, Purdue. I thought about this hard. I feel like Clemson would be the team, but once again, I feel like Purdue is supposed to make a statement that Zaki was not everything to them last year. So we're gonna do Purdue to win. Kentucky or Texas and Xavier. I got Kentucky. I do like Otega Owe a lot. He dude can score. Tennessee to win against UCLA. Have a good scoring team as well as defense. Rick Barnes knows what he's doing. Let's start down here. St. John's, Kansas. Gonna be a good matchup, I feel like, in that second round. But I think the defense of St. John's and the ability to push tempo is gonna wear out Hunter Dickinson because Ejiofor can run too. I'm gonna get St. John's on this one. Texas Tech should win. I'm not gonna overthink them on Missouri. Same with Maryland. They can absolutely score. Um, but Florida, UConn. This is gonna be a really, really tough matchup. Florida, in my opinion, is probably the best team in the entire bracket, but they have every potential ability to lose to the back-to-back champs in UConn. So, gonna be tough. This might be the time where Danny Hiller gets bounced. We're gonna take Florida on the money line. Um, I also have Florida if they're playing Maryland going into the Elite Eight, and this might be the time where Texas Tech says bye-bye. Um, Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky's won twice this year against Tennessee. Tennessee's ready to win their first one of the year against Kentucky. There's no way they lose 3 times in a row. We're going to take Tennessee. Plus, I do think overall, guys, Tennessee's defense and their scoring is better. Houston, Purdue. Not overthinking this one. Houston really has the better overall team. Just need to make sure that they're scoring the ball at an efficient level. Um, and then Florida, St. John's. That's going to be a tough one, guys, honestly. But I'm going to do, I feel like this could be an upset time. I think St. John's can match up with Florida as long as they can score a little bit. But I think defense on the guard position, they're going to try to shut down Walter Clayton and Will Richard and all those guys. So I'm going to do St. John's to win against Florida in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four. And then I'm going to get Tennessee over Houston. Just a little bit more offense from Tennessee. And we have now in my bracket, guys, prediction wise, Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, St. John's. Now, mind you guys, everything I'm talking about here, I'm just giving you the best analysis off of naked eye, off of just background that I have. I'm not doing any analytics, any strategy that I normally do off of head-to-head matchups. So take this with a grain of salt. But I'm just doing my best here just based off of just looking at these teams. Okay. But I've yet to fill out my own bracket, put in exactly what I want. This is just me throwing it out to you guys, giving you guys some advice about what I know and what probably could help. Um, Bama, Tennessee, though, freaking good matchup. I think this would be a crazy Final Four game if it came down to it. I just think with that SEC grit, Tennessee probably takes it right here. And they're just going to make a statement with defense. Auburn St. John's. Okay, Auburn, really, really, really good team. And their size and length. They've proven that they could possibly lose some weird, stupid games. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take St. John's on this one, head to head. I think the Godfather, Rick Pitino, shows his team what it's like to be a champion this year. We're gonna take St. John's on the money line and to win. How many points do I think both these teams can go up against? You know, that's a great question. I think both these teams can get at least 140 points on each other. So probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 140 points as the total score, and that's my prediction. Okay. Guys, once again, all my thoughts are just being put down on paper randomly. Nothing is being backed up with analytics or other AI strategies that I have within my arsenal. Okay, just all based off of what I've watched this year and just quick background knowledge of each team. So, guys, I think overall though, these are all really good teams that can make really, really good runs, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, if you haven't filled out your March Madness bracket yet, guys, now you have probably a really decent idea. Hopefully, this helped a ton, and I want to make sure that everybody has a great March Madness experience this year because this is truly the best basketball weekend of the year, or basketball month of the year, I should say, because it's all playoffs. Everyone's excited. There's happiness, there's sadness, there's Cinderella dancing, there's freaking champions, there's everything in between with all this, guys. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it as well as I am. Okay, and I'm excited. So fill out your bracket, guys. Get it in ASAP, and don't forget if you guys are part of my Splash Sports group, don't forget to use Splash Sports with me and use my referral code and do a pick'em opportunity or do a Survivor Madness opportunity, which is exactly what I'm doing. Gonna be a ton of fun. But this is your bracketology stuff, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it and got a lot of knowledge out of it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Best of luck on your March Madness brackets. Peace out.